I don't know, construction's been in my life my whole life. After living construction life, the biggest pro is the freedom. I mean, when you're out there just hanging out, whether it's hot or cold, you're out in the open, you're out in the air. If you do like outdoor construction, which is what I've done, um, you can kind of just say whatever you want. You can pretty well talk about whatever you want without getting in trouble, and that's like a big thing nowadays. I mean, you guys already know the landscape we're in, especially if you live out in the country. If you live in the middle of nowhere, it is free reign. Anything goes. Um, some of the best people you'll ever meet, the greatest characters to walk the earth, the biggest personalities, I must say, are your construction lads. I mean, the guys that show up, they work, they love their beer, they love their shows, they love their sports, and they're just living life. You know, the pure construction lifestyle, just fully embraced to the max. Um, yeah. Cons, definitely hard work, definitely taxing, pretty tiring. That's basically the con, is that it's hard work. Um, I mean, there's days when you're exhausted, you don't want to show up. Sometimes you can't show up, and you got to take the day off. But a lot of the times, you just show up, and it's hard. It's draining. You go home, and then you're just exhausted, and then you got another early day. Maybe you're working a deadline or something, and you know what you got to do. You got to get up and get going. But that builds character. I feel like that builds persistence. That builds mental strength. Definitely, construction has been a huge um, part of me becoming a man. I feel like, um, sure, at times I've absolutely despised it. I've absolutely thought it was the worst thing in the world. Um, but looking back, I know that the work works on you more than you work on the work, if that makes sense. Um, and it is rewarding. It is very fulfilling when you set out, you have a project to get done, you have something to do, and you and your crew, you and your guys, you just get after it, you get it done after a long day's work, and you all get paid, and it's pretty satisfying. I mean, it's pretty um, fulfilling. Another pro is the pay. I gotta say, for the amount of experience needed, like the experience to pay ratio is pretty good. Like, you don't need a whole lot of experience to get paid pretty well. And if you have a lot of experience, you're going to get paid very well. And if you have a little bit of an entrepreneurial side, you will make bank. You will make big bucks without having to go to school, without having to go to university, without having to get good grades. And if you're like me, you never really like school. You never really want to go to college or university. So it's like that's kind of the avenue a lot of people that are sort of not against it, but just like it's just not for them. They've never wanted to apply themselves. They never could see themselves applying themselves academically. Maybe they've tried, but they're really just more a hands-on person. They're really more just um, meant to work with the body, not the mind. And that is definitely myself. And that construction is definitely an avenue where if you're moderately good at it, you'll get paid well. If you're very good at it, you'll get paid very well. And if you're entrepreneurial, you'll make some big bucks. And I'm not speaking out of nowhere. Like, I've seen people that have great businesses that get paid well. I've seen people with very low skill set get paid a decent amount. So I mean, the pay overall is just pretty good. Um, con. Let's see, con. What's another con? I mean, I don't know. Maybe bad influences if you put yourself in the wrong environment. Luckily for myself, personally, I've never been in a negative construction environment. All the people that I've worked with have been cool dudes. They've, they just show up, they get to work, they do what they gotta do, and that's that. But I've heard some tales, I've heard some stories, if you will, of some not so good influences in the. I mean, you know the story. I don't need to go on a tangent here, but it can be a little bit shady. It can be a little bit on the scary side. Actually, a matter of fact, I do have one shady construction experience that I will share with you. I'll omit a lot of details, but anyhow, when I was doing my landscaping business, a lad decided he liked me and wanted to offer me some tools on a discount. So anyhow, we show up to the location that must not be named, and nonetheless, I thought I was gonna get robbed. I thought I was gonna die. Quite frankly, I ran out the building, and my naive brain just thought, "Ooh, cheap tools. What could be wrong? What could possibly go wrong?" Anyhow, I made it out of the building. There was no robbery planning on going on. Just extremely sketch situation. So I got out of there. It all got cleared up. I was not about to get robbed. But yeah, that's probably my most sketchy construction experience. And that definitely is enough to scare away a lot of people. But if you're working for somebody else, you don't really have to deal with that. That's if you're just trying to start a business. Yeah, I've heard of some pretty sketchy construction experiences now that I think about it. Mostly for the people that are trying to start a business or running a business, not really for the laborers. Yeah, I'm really not painting. I'm not painting a good picture for this construction thing. I started the video saying a lot of people say construction's so bad, and then I'm vouching for its goodness, but I'm painting a lot of scary negative imagery. But nonetheless, it's those experiences that make it epic, if you will. If you can find a way to like the Wild Westness of it, that's the only way to describe it. It's like the Wild West. It's the free man's job, if you will. More pros. Let's see. Yeah, mostly the people you meet along the way. That's what I gotta say is the biggest pro. It's definitely the people you meet working construction. The happiest and some of the biggest personalities I've ever met have been working on job sites. The stories you'll hear, the jokes you'll share, the inside jokes, so many inside jokes. Just a great experience. And if you're working construction right now, I mean, all I gotta say is good on you. Cherish the moments, because there will be a time where maybe you're not working with the crew that you're working with. Whoa, hold on, guys. Yeah, maybe you're not working with the crew that you're working with, or maybe you're gonna change career paths. Maybe you're not gonna work construction your whole life. Maybe you're gonna branch out into your own thing. Whatever it is, it's like cherish the people that are in your life right now. Every day you get up and you see these guys. You develop a friendship, and what might seem hard now, you're really building the skills that are gonna propel you in the future. You're building that discipline. You're building the mindset, and it's a constant process. But just looking back, you kind of cherish those memories, if you will. Yeah, shout out to all the guys. Shout out to the lads. Great memories. Yeah. What else is there? I think that's about it. I think that's all there is to it. Yeah. Hope you liked this video. Do take care, and until next time.